Okay guys, we are live. See, I always got to watch over here to see when it goes live. But guys, this is Nightcop 34. I'm back today, and we are working on the Kelloggs factory. I've added honey sugar smacks to the Kelloggs. Let me get my mind right here, and let me take you over and show you kind of what we've done. And let's see. Hold on just a minute for me. Okay, so let me speed up just a little bit here. This is where the honey's gonna go. I want to see what is that? Okay, I'm gonna put the honey right in here, and this is what we've done yesterday. First, let me show you the honey meal, because here's what's going to happen. You guys, most of you who's been with me know the Platter's Peanut Factory. So with the Platter's Peanut Factory, you have to have honey. So we had to add honey to the map because we didn't have it. So what I've done is I took it was a placeable. Remember it produced the honey milk and the honey and the beehives. Well, I didn't take the honey milk, but I took the hives maker and made it kind of my own. Kind of did some changes to it and took some stuff away and added some stuff, because the hives used to show up, I believe, right here on the placeable, and then these board pallets were just right here on the side. Well, actually right here on this concrete. So I just kind of made it my own. I put more board pallets here because you can use the board pallets, and then I added water because there's a water tank here. And if you look in this building, there's a lot of saws, or a saw, not a lot of, yeah, this saw and that saw. So you need water to cool off the saws, so you have to add water, and it will produce beehives, and they will stack right across here. You come here to this trigger and you pick up your beehives. Once you have your beehives, you take the beehives over to the honey meal, which is down here by Kellogg's. And that's all you need for the honey meal is the beehives. Let's see, we got 3 people. Hey Mike, how you doing, buddy? I think you said yesterday it was going to snow where you are, so is it snowing? So you drop the beehives here and it will start making honey, and you'll hear the bees swarming around because that's the audio that I put in this honey meal. And you'll see the smoke come on and all that, and then the honey will start producing right back here. You'll see these pallets start showing up as it produces more and more honey. So then you pick up the honey, you take it to Platter's Peanuts as one of the input products, and you're going to be able to bring it here to Kellogg's, because here's what we did yesterday. We added, not only do we have your Frosted Flakes and your mini wheats, but we've also added honey smacks, which is the honey sugar smacks. I mean, I used to eat them when I was a kid. They were good. Now they're just too rich. I don't like them anymore. But as a kid, we loved them. So, and then here's your 3 triggers for your Frosted Flakes, your mini wheats, and your honey smacks. So, and what we've done, or what I've done, is you still have to use the corn for the Frosted Flakes. Shit, I can't think this morning or this afternoon. And then you need wheat for the frosted mini wheats, and you need wheat for the honey sugar smacks. And obviously you need sugar, which we've got sugar here, and then you're going to put pallets for the fuel source. You're going to use coal, and you get this coal, guys, at the Kingsford factory over by the original pallet factory and the 2 board factories. And we have added salt because we know that mini wheats, Frosted Flakes, and sugar smacks, you need salt. So I've added salt as an input, and then now I'm adding the sugar, or excuse me, the honey. We already got sugar. So we're going to add the honey right here. We're going to put the trigger there, and that's what we're working on now. So you guys are all caught up. What the hell? That took, what, 3 minutes? Hey, just starting to, we are under a winter storm. Okay, where is here, Mike? Where are you from? Are you from the United States, Canada, UK? And let me look at these Texas here real quick. Let's see. Okay, so yesterday before we got off, I had brought in the, let me see if it's still down here. Nope, not there. Okay, I went ahead and added it, that's right. So let me go up here to the Kellogg's. And since I put this stuff in here, I know about where it is. There's Kroger's. No, it's going to be further down. Publix. The Frozen. I'm looking over here on the scene graph, guys. There it is, Kellogg's Factory. Yep, that's me, Q-Tip. Hell yeah, I went to the my hairstylist, and man, I don't know what the hell she did. She brought the back up too high, and she just butchered me. I walked out of there literally looking like a freaking Q-tip, a walking Q-tip. What the hell? I'm like, shh. Okay, well, no big deal. I mean, it'll grow back. She was all upset about it, but I'm like, calm down. It's just a haircut. Nothing to worry about. No big deal. So, I can explain it away. I just say, guys, look, I'm a Q-tip right now. Don't worry about it. It'll grow back, and I'll be back to pat minus the Q-tip. So, just have fun with it. Who cares? So I'm going to go to input, and I believe I already put, yes, I did. Okay, so there's a visibility node of the honey. And I took this visibility node from, I copied it from the Campbell's Soup Factory. So, and then I switched it all from the mushrooms over to the honey. So, it's right behind me here. I remember seeing it yesterday. Yep, there it is. So I'm going to bring it in. Let me slow down because I'm not giving you a tour anymore. I'm going to work in this small little area. So I need to bring this down to about a 7 or 8. Yeah, that's good. Okay, I'm going to come right in here. And let's see where the door is. Right there. So let's just go right about here. And it may not come exactly. There you go. Okay, it did. Morphus, how you doing? Sharky, welcome back, buddy. So we got Mike, Sharky, Morphus, and 2 other people that I have no idea. Hold on, this lady's asking me a bunch of questions. Hold on a second. Hold on just a minute. Okay. Alright, so close that out. I'm so sorry, guys. Sometimes when I'm on these live streams, real life in the background happens, real life interrupts it, and I get these text messages and stuff that I've got to address immediately. If the ones, because I get several that come in, I look at, I can answer that later. But there's certain ones that come in that I have to answer. I have to give them an answer pretty quick. You know, it's either my business manager, or it's an event planner, or something like that, and I don't have a choice. I've got to get an answer to it pretty quick. So I apologize in advance. I know you guys didn't come on here to sit here and watch me hold my phone and type with my thumbs, but Sometimes it's just unavoidable. Okay, okay, why is it that not? Okay, because I just got the visibility nose. Okay, good. Okay, so let's make sure this is all lined up. That gap, and that gap. Oh, let's move it over a little bit. I want these gaps about the same on each side. There we go. And I'm going to make sure that it's not floating in the air. Okay, that looks good. You know what? That really worked out very well, taking the mushrooms, guys. I didn't know if it was going to work out. I thought I was going to have to add some pallets and all that, but it fits in there really well. And it wasn't designed or made to fit there. It was made for Campbell's. So, I mean, I had to put those mushrooms down one at a time and stack them, and then bring them up the top and stack them one pallet at a time. So this was nice that I didn't have to do that. I'm going to go and look at this display, because I want the display, I want to make sure it's centered right. Thank you, Sharky, man. I really appreciate it, because I know you guys did not come here to see me sit here like this. And and I'm so sorry I have to do that. I'm like, you know, and here's what's the killer. I just went live at 4:30. I've gotten one text from about 8:45 this morning until now. The minute I go live, I got 4 texts coming in. I'm like, what the hell? It's like, I need to start looking around for cameras. I think they've got hidden cameras on me. Okay, now, as soon as Pat goes live, let's all text him at once. And let's just disturb the hell out of him. So, that's how I feel sometimes. It's like, what the hell? Where's the cameras at? Because nobody texts me until I went live. And then here they come flooding in. Here we go. Let's see. Damn. Okay. See, there's 2 of them I'm ignoring because I can contact them later, but the other 2, I've got to give them answers, because I do not like to fly at night. Don't put me on a nighttime flight. I like to look out the window and see where we're going. I mean, I'll count the clouds. You know what I mean? So, and don't put me in a damn window seat either. I want the aisle. So this is the kind of stuff I'm answering from an event planner. I gotta. But it's like she's had all day to text me, and she waits until I go live. Holy shit. Okay, they are sniffing you out. Yes, they are, Morpheus. I'm not shitting you. I mean it. 8:45 I get up. I spend an hour just sitting in the bed, drinking my pot of coffee, smoking my carton of cigarettes. Nobody texts me, no message. I had a few emails. I had to answer any of them because most of it was junk shit. So then I'm up and I'm running here, I'm running there, I get in the car, I go down to Walgreens, I come back, go to Publix, which is a grocery store here, and no texts, no nothing. I mean it. Within 5 minutes of me going live, I got 4 people texting me. And I'm like, you know that cartoon that goes, that's how my head should be. Like, how did they know? I mean, where's the, maybe they're spliced into my cam here. Okay, he's live. Let's get him. So, I don't know. That's crazy. I'm going to bring this shit up on stage. I'm telling you, I'm going to bring this story up. Like, you know, I do these little maps, you know. I do a factory farm map for a factory farm game. And I'm telling you, they got hidden cameras in my house. I'm telling you. It's got to be this way. I'm going to tell that whole story. Yeah. It's going to make people laugh. Because You know, when you're on stage and you're trying to motivate people, here's what a lot of motivational speakers do not get, and I tell them all the time back in the green room. Well, the green room's like backstage. It's a little room, not a little room. It's a big room most of the time, but it's back behind the stage, and they set it all up, and we've got coffee, and there's bottled water, and drinks and donuts and all this stuff, and it's where we all hang out before. I don't hang out there a lot. I'm too hyper. I want to be out in the hallways and talking to people and going outside and smoking my cigarettes and all that, because wherever the smoking section is at these events, people will tell you that's Pat's office. That is Pat's green room. Wherever outside you're allowed to smoke, that's where I will be. So it's just real crazy. And I tell them, look, the first thing you got to do is wake the people up, because when you go out there and they're done clapping, they're asleep. You can't get behind a podium and act like a preacher and sit there and talk in one tone. Hi, everybody. I'm glad you are here today. And today we're going to be discussing... That makes people fall asleep. Hell, it makes me fall asleep. And I'm a hard person to fall asleep. I'm too freaking hyper. So I go out there and hey guys, I'm so sorry I'm late. I've been waiting for every one of you for like 2 hours. Man, where have you guys been? And they're awake. I mean, after they're done clapping and I come out with some bullshit, some smart-ass remarks, they are awake. And then I start telling my story on what happened to me as a police officer. And, I was attacked by this pit bull and it ripped my arm up. And then they got visual pictures on these 2 huge screens on the right and left of me. And, I mean, we just have a ball at these things. I mean, I really do. But, golly, I'm going to tell this story that there's hidden cameras in my house. They are watching me. I feel violated. I'm not kidding. What the hell? Look, you people that are texting me, no means no. Stalking is illegal. Okay? I didn't say pantyhose stockings. I'm saying stalking is illegal. So, there you go. Let me see what everybody's saying. Hello, Pat and all. Hey, Tiger, welcome back, man. Thank you, Gary. Buddy, I really appreciate it. Let's see. Then we wonder why we smoke so damn much. Yeah, Morpheus. No shit. I mean, when I was a kid, and I kind of remember it, but I'm only going by the word of my father. And he was a pretty cool guy, so I don't think he'd lie to me about it. But when he'd hand me cookies as a little kid, he'd give me one for each hand. Here's an Oreo cookie for that hand, here's an Oreo cookie for that hand, and I got 2 hands, I got 2 cookies. I'm about ready to do the same thing with cigarettes. Look, here's a cigarette for this hand, here's a cigarette for this hand, and just, alternate. I don't think I want to smoke this one and then go to this one. I think I'm just going to freaking alternate the shit, like this. What do you guys think? I think that'll work. Hey, Jeff, how you doing, man? Hell, I'm spitting all over my damn self. I got a hole in my bottom lip. Okay, so this looks about right. I thought I was going to... Well, no, it doesn't. I'm going to have to move it over just a little bit. Right there. Okay. Because see, what I did is, you see this line right here on these pallets? And if I back up, you'll see a red line coming. That's the actual center. See that red line right there? I don't know if you guys can see. Yeah, you can see it. That red line right there is the actual center of that circle, which is the actual center of the display. So what I try to do is I try to get, and you can't do it from over here because it won't line up. You got a kind of visual on where this, I'm looking dead at that. I want to look dead at the display and back up and make sure and then I take that red line and I line it right in the middle of those pallets. Then I know it's going to be the same distance from this end to the corner, and then this end to the left all the way to the corner. And if you're off by a fraction, that doesn't matter. People aren't going to notice. They're too busy dropping off freaking honey. But me, I try to get it right on the money. I mean, I'm just saying for you guys, you don't have to be so anal about everything as I am. I'm just a perfectionist. I can't help it. It's just, man, it was just how... I don't even want to say it was how I was raised. Even when I was a kid, I mean, you should see my freaking sock drawer and underwear drawer and t-shirt drawer. I mean, everything had to just, and I'm like 9. And it just drove me crazy. If the socks wasn't lined up right, that's just, I know it's crazy, but it's just, it's just who I am. My stepmother never had to tell me to go clean my room. Not once, ever in my life. My room stayed spotless. So, I mean, I'd go down and she'd be mad sometimes because I'd use up all of her pledge. Because I want to pledge my headboard of my bed and my bedside table and, you know. But anyway, what the hell? We didn't come here to talk about damn Pat being anal. Okay, so that's... Did I? Yeah, I put the trigger there. Yeah, I did. Okay. So, I know the trigger is right in here somewhere, but first, okay, so I've got the tip trigger, and this is honey. So, this is what I want to do. I know, guys, I know how to spell honey. I'm going to change it in the fill type, but I learned the hard way, and I've said this before. I may type it the very first time when I'm adding a product. After that, I will never type it again. I learned it the hard way. I typed something for the Texaco right next door to here for the fuel. And fuel, F-U-E-L. Not that hard, right? That's what I thought. F-U-E-L. No problem. For 2 weeks, I couldn't get that goddamn thing to load. I'm looking at it. Okay, it says fuel. The next one on the silo trigger says fuel for the fuel type. I don't know. All it was a space between the left part of the box and the F. There was a small, one little space there. I don't remember hitting the space bar. I do not remember that. I didn't copy and paste. I didn't do any of that. I just typed F-U-E-L. I'll never do that shit again. And I always check for those spaces now. I learned that the hard way. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. What did I come over here for? Oh, the first thing I came over here for was to copy the honey. I'm not going to type it. Yeah, Tiger's got a cam on me. What the hell? Okay. So there is the tip trigger, but I need the actual resource one. Because it's a tip trigger. It's not a silo trigger, so I can't get it from the tip trigger part. So let me go up here to the resources one, grab the honey, and go back over there. But before I do that, I'm also going to... well, now I'm going to leave this open real quick. Okay, so there's the resources. There's the honey. I'm going to copy it. And see, when you copy it, make sure there's no space at the end also. When it highlights blue, I always look to make sure it's right against that last letter. And there's nothing to the left of the H. If there was, you'll see the gap. So let me go over here, and I'm just gonna, well, I don't need to go over there. What the heck? I can stay right here because I got to get that ground sign. So I'm gonna go up here, and this is number 7. So I'm gonna hit number 7 and call it honey. From salt to honey. Smoke time, Morpheus. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now, but I don't have to excuse myself. Okay, so this is salt, so we're going to make this honey. And I'm going to make it the name of honey, and then I'm just going to go down and I'm going to get rid of the H and make it a capital H. Okay, so that's that. 1, 2, 3, that's 500,000. Factor is 0.3, that's good. Okay, so I've got that. Let's bring in the tip. Oh, shit. I got to get this ground sign, guys. So I got to, because I screwed up right there. Shit, here we go. I'm trying my damnedest to multitask. Okay, so I'm going to scoop in. Okay. Let me grab this sign and I'm going to copy it. Because if you'll see, it says honey input or input honey. And that's what I need over at the Kellogg's. So I don't have to make another sign. So I'm going to close all this out, because I don't need anything else from platters right now. And the reason I do that, guys, because when if I paste this sign, this ground sign over to Kellogg's, once it's done, it always goes, well, it usually goes up to the first one that's opened in the scene graph, the files that are open. If there's nothing above it, it goes down to the next one. It doesn't stay with me where I am on Kellogg's unless I close everything. So as long as I close this up, when I'm done, it stays right at Kellogg's where I want it to stay. Plus, it's more organized that way, too. Okay. Nope, wrong way. It's over here. I never thought I'd come back to Kellogg's and do anything here. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to go up to Kellogg's. Should be open, and I'm going to look for my standard, and I'm going to put it right there. Gary, it's not hard at all to take a placeable. Like, let's say I found a placeable. Let's say Nick the Hick, great guy, by the way. If you're not subscribe to his channel, you need to. He does the Let's Play, he does all kind of mod reviews, just awesome guy. But he can do a placeable review, and I watch most of his placeable, well, all his reviews. And when I see a placeable that I like, I can run over and grab it. I can take it into GE all by itself and strip it down, because a placeable is going to have stuff for the store that you can purchase in the store. It's going to have an hourly maintenance rate. It's gonna I don't need any of that. It's gonna make the grass flat wherever you place it. I don't need that either. So I can strip it down, remove everything I don't need, all the textures I don't need, and then I can export it. I don't even have to delete the textures, because GE will only export what this placeable is going to use when I put it on the map. So that's making it a prefab instead of a placeable. But you have to take it into GE all by itself. You remove the stuff you don't need. And I'm not talking about textures. I'm talking about like it'll say flat grass or clear area is what it says. Clear area, I get rid of that. I get rid of any kind of boundaries that's around there, because you'll have a green square around some of the placeables. That's the boundary of it, and I don't need that. Sometimes I don't need the bottom, like it'll have this huge thick cement block that goes, a lot of it goes in the ground. I don't need that. I take that off. Stuff like that. I just strip it down to what I need. Then once I export it and put it into my map folder for Factory Farm, then when GE exports it over or imports it, I'll import it out. Then it strips it of any textures that it won't be using. So it works pretty good. And then I can just import it into the map. Okay, let's see. Let me see something real quick. Hold on just a minute. Damn it, damn it, damn it, I can't believe they could have done all this afternoon. Okay. Okay, so there's the honey out. So I've got the ground sign. So let me slow down a little bit. Guys, I appreciate your patience. I really do. I don't want to be on any texts or anything while I'm live, but God. Okay, so let's put that here. And see, I can place the ground sign. This is what you always want to do. If you have a ground sign, you want to put it there first. And you want to center it as best as you can. And I've got my own way of centering. Like I said, I use the arrows. I use that red line in the middle of the round circle. But once I get it centered, then I can take the trigger and place the trigger on top of the ground sign. If you try to put the ground sign and center it, then when you click on the ground sign, or the trigger, if you're going to try to center the trigger, and then you get the ground sign, when you click on the ground sign, the trigger, the highlighted green trigger goes away. So you don't know where the trigger is anymore. So you want to do the ground sign first, then you can highlight the trigger and put it over the ground sign, because the ground sign is not going to disappear. Okay, the first thing you want to do with the ground sign is make sure it's not floating in the air. So I always click the translate Y, and I go down. See, it was floating in the air. I've already clicked about 4 times. So I bury it, bring it up 1. Now I know it's not buried. And then I go down to rotate. It's at 0, so I know I need to bring it around 180 degrees. So now let's center it. And see that green arrow? That's where I want it centered. And it looks like it's pretty much centered down that. Okay, let me line up with the, I'm not lined up with the display. I don't want to line up with the pallets, because the display is easier for me to see when I go backwards. So I try to line it up with the display, because I know that's lined up with the pallets. So then I can come out, and then I look at that display, and it looks like there's more room on the left, or less room on the left than there is on the right of that display. So I'm going to bring it over a little bit. Not much, and that looks good. I didn't have to bring it over much, but I know now that's centered. And then I want to make sure it's not too close to the building. So I'm going to bring this back a little bit, because there's no reason for you to bring your truck in here and have to freaking hug this wall right here when you're trying to load something, when I got all this room out here. Hell, I could put that trigger right here if I wanted to. So there's no reason to have to do that. So I bring it out a little bit. I'm even going to bring it out a little bit more. And then I usually look and see, okay, what kind of, yep, you got plenty of room. Okay. Then, now is where I can bring in the trigger. So I just go up to number 7, hit tip trigger. Now remember, you got a tip trigger, and because you're unloading pallets, there's a pallet trigger. So there's 2 triggers you have to line up on top of that sign. What is she? Okay. Okay. So now you see what I'm talking about? I can see, you couldn't see the green trigger when I was messing with that ground sign. So it's going to be awful hard to line up the ground sign to the trigger. But it's easy to line up the trigger to the ground sign. So then I just bring this out, do a bird's eye view. See, that looks good. Well, let me bring it down a little bit. And then I want to make sure this trigger is not floating. So I always go down here, because see, if it's floating, you don't want it like that, because see, you won't be able to tell from here. You can't tell that it's floating in the air. It looks like it's on the ground. You have to go to the side of it, and then you can say, oh hell, it's in the air. And if it's in the air, you're not going to pick it up. It's not going to register that it's a trigger. So I always take that bottom line and just put it under the ground just a little bit. Anyway, I don't know why I'm explaining all this to you guys, but just in case somebody's wanting to do something, you'll kind of know. So now I've got that lined up, so I'm going to go to the pallet trigger. And the pallet trigger is what, when you bring in pallets from the BD trailer or the product trailer, it registers as a pallet because of the pallet trigger. I can remove the pallet trigger, but you'll never be able to unload anything. So the trigger will show up, you'll see the little unload image on the bottom right, but you won't be able to automatically unload. You'd be able to take a forklift and unload it, but it's still not going to like disappear on you because there's no pallet trigger. So here's the pallet trigger, and you remember it was almost on top of the other one where it was. So I'm just bringing it back over this. It doesn't have to be that big, it just has to be in the center. Or it doesn't have to be, I mean, it could be off to the right, but you know, unless you drive off to the right, it's not going to pick it up. Okay. Now see right there, it doesn't look like my line is buried, but if I go down, you can tell that bottom line is buried in the ground. You don't want it too much, because if you do it too low, it's not going to pick up your truck or your trailer. See, just like that. That's fine. So I've got that. I've got the display, the visibility nodes. Let me look at this tip trigger real quick. I didn't look at the user attributes. Oh, okay, Gary. Well, hell, you don't even have to write it down, man. You got it on video. But you can write it down. Hell, I can't read my writing. It doesn't help me to write anything down. Like, what does that say? I'm kidding, of course. And here's something that's been bugging the hell out of me. I need to... Let me bring this right here. I don't know why I stuck this out. But you got to remember, this factory, the Kelloggs factory, I put in the cardboard factory, then I put in the Kingsford factory, which at the time wasn't even a Kingsford factory. And then I put in Kellogg's. So, and then after that I put in Ocean Spray. So Kellogg's is what I learned on. And I haven't went back and adjusted stuff like it should be until now. I don't know if I like that up there. Like, how did I have that? I think I had it right again. No, I had a little gap. Let's do a little bit of gap. And if you'll notice, there's not this, because this was my first one. My first major factory. You don't see any landscaping around here. You see what I mean? I didn't put anything out front. I didn't do any of the little plants, and I wished I had but I didn't learn that until I got over to Ocean Spray. And I should have came back over here and redid this one, but this was my nightmare right here. This Kellogg's factory, because of these buildings, they're all in pieces, and it was to pick Kellogg's as my very first major factory to import into Factory Farm. What a mistake that was. I'd have done such a much better job with Kellogg's had I waited and put it in. But this was my first factory. And the reason it was is because I knew it would fit out here in the middle of nowhere. All I had to do was, if you guys remember the butchery on Maverick's map, on the multiple fruit map. The butchery was right here, and then right beside it was the pigs and the sheep and the cow storage area. So all I had to do was delete that, because I didn't like that butchery anyway. So I deleted that. No, actually I think it was more like starting right in here and went down that way. But I got rid of it to get it out of my way, and I knew it would fit in here. So that's the reason I started with this huge, massive factory at first. But it had so many moving parts, it really screwed me up. But I guess if you're going to learn, pick the hardest one first. So I'm looking here because I want to add some, I don't know, I just want to add some decorations, something. I don't know what. It's just such a plain... See, I don't like that either, but there's nothing, guys, I can do with that. If I went into the textures and got rid of that little window right there, it would get rid of these two. It's all on the same texture. How far is that in? See, if I moved it, no, see, it wouldn't look right. So I'm just going to live with that. So guys, it's on the front and the back here. So this little thing right here, maybe I can put a sign there. Hold on. See, would that fit? I don't think, yeah, it will. It'll fit. Let me look at the front of this thing. Is there a... See, there's the opening right there of this one. I never noticed that before. Okay, I'm just looking at this to think maybe I could just put... No, that'd be too much. Maybe Kellogg's. Let me look at this real quick. Okay, I'm glad you were saying this stuff. Okay. No, in front of the doors, Pat. What does that mean, Tiger? You smoke outside, Morpheus. Not in front of the doors, Pat. What do you mean in front of the doors? Okay. I want to look at this. No, I think that's just too big, though. That's not going to look right there. Nah. See if I could find a vent of some sort. I could stick a vent there in front of it. Hold on, let me, hey, you know what? Wait a minute. Okay, I got it. Let's go over here. Because I know when I get in game, that thing's gonna... Nobody's gonna notice it but me. I know that, probably. But it will drive me crazy. Be like, God, I hate that half of a window. So let's stick something like that here. Like this little fan. On both sides. Then it looks natural. Come on, back up. GE. Okay. I'm just making sure nothing else is highlighted. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go up here. I'm going to leave that open for now because I need to come back and get the ground AC unit. Let's see. Let me go to standard. And I'm going to stick it there. Just waiting for it to highlight the standard. Then I can paste it in there. Then I'm going to go over and get that AC unit that's on the ground. And I'm thinking about making them a, well, no, shit, that would be, well, no, I could. I could make them a different color. Maybe like a, I don't know, like a light brown, a very light brown. I think it's this one that I can get. That's not gonna, there's one of these that you highlight and it highlights several other vents. Let's make sure this is the whole thing. Yep, good deal. Okay, so I can copy that, and I'm gonna go up here and close all this out. Put it into standard. Okay, sorry guys. Okay, so I'm going to paste that there. Hey Tiger, I appreciate that. I forgot about that part. Guys, if you're here, please hit the like button on the video. It really helps people find it in a search on Google and Bing and Yahoo and also YouTube. So like the video, and also if you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to the channel and hit the little bell button to the right, and it will give you alerts every time my smart ass jumps on here, so you won't miss a smart ass moment. And those are Tiger's words, not mine. Okay, I just wanted to clear that up. Tiger trained me to say this shit. I hope I'm making him proud. I don't know. I'm repeating what I was told. That's it. Okay, so there it is, floating around the air. You see it right there. Yay. Okay, so, but if I put it there, shit. Well, this is the main building. So let me look. Now I can slow down again. Okay, let's bring it up to about a 7. There you go. I'm going to put this right here. Now see, this stuff that I'm doing right now is just small cosmetic stuff to keep it real, to keep it realistic looking. I don't want to drive by this thing because every time I do, I know I'm going to see that little half of a freaking window and it's going to drive me crazy. So to stop that, I'm doing this. So there's that. Let's see if 90 will do it. So it's minus 90. What the hell just happened? Let me... Oh, okay. Wrong one. So that's 0. So let's say 90 minus 90. Okay. See, that's going to be too big there. No, let's see. Okay. So here's what we'll do. It looks too big, so I'm going to narrow it down to make it look more realistic. For the building. Just bring it right about there. Just bring it in some. Okay, let's see who's now. I got messages coming through. Okay. Is that it? Okay, good. I can live with that. Okay, so I'm going to click off of this. I just want to take a look at it with all the green lines around it. Okay, so let me see if there should be sound here. Let me find the audio. Because when you walk up on it, I want you to hear the fans going. Hey Barry, how you doing, man? Hey man, who said I had patience? I don't have patience. I do pray for patience, though, Barry. I say, dear God, please give me patience, but I want it right now. So it hasn't worked yet. So now I need to, let me view the audio, find out where this audio is, because I don't see it anywhere. Okay, so where's the audio for this? Okay, so let me go up in the sky and look for it. And the one I've highlighted will be white. So I'm not looking for all the red ones. Hold on, my ears, or my ear. Yeah, my ear's itching, so I'm going to scratch my eye. That would probably help a lot. Okay, I don't see a white one. There it is, right there. Okay, so there's my audio. And let me make sure this is the audio I want. Yep, that's good. It's too loud, and it's covering too big of an area, but I'll shut that down. I missed my arrow. So probably, yeah, there we go. Yeah, Barry, welcome to the live stream, man. I appreciate you. Hey, do me a favor, Barry. Like the video and then subscribe to my channel. Hit subscribe, and then to the right of that, you'll see a little bell button. If you click on that, that turns that bell on, so you'll get an alert every time I go live. So you won't miss one smart-ass moment. You don't want to miss nothing. You never know what I'm going to say. Hell, I don't know what I'm going to say. Okay, so let's bring this down. It's up in the air. Okay, right there. And I'm going to bring this over. Bring it back. And I want to put it right there. And then I go to audio over here. And it's the range is 30. So I'm going to come out. That's too far. So I'm going to do 15 and see what that looks like. Let's do 10 and see what that looks like. Yeah, see, you'd be able to hear that fan if you were in this general area right here, but not from over here. I don't want you to hear it from when you're dropping off the salt. Now, you may hear it if you drive into this area. See, inner range, I'm going to say, let's do 25 on that. Volume is 1. So that's good. And let me get into this area so I can hear it. And see, that's what you'll hear. And that's good. I like it. Okay. So there's that. Let me make sure that I haven't stretched this thing. Let me turn off the audio sources so it's out of my way. I just want to make sure that looks natural, that it's not stretched. It does look a little high, so I either need to bring it out a little bit or down a little bit. You see the round fans? They're not completely round. They're taller than they are wide. Or am I the only one that really sees that? But I can see it. It's not by much. It's just a little bit. So I'm going to bring it down instead of... Let me take a look at it now. It didn't need much. Okay, guys, while that's doing it, I'm going to go run get a cup of coffee. Anybody want a cup of coffee? Let me know. 2 sugars, 1 cream. Got it. Hey guys, I am back. Okay. See, that looks a little bit more round to me. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so that's I was worried that it was going to be white, but that looks pretty good, but I don't know if I want it. Yeah, that's okay. Let me see what it's going to look like. Bring it out just a little bit. See, this is actually the exhaust, the intake for the AC unit, and that's why I'm putting up the fans and all that. So it'll suck in the air, go through the Freon, and make the building cool. Is that straight? Not straight. I'm even thinking about maybe bringing it up a little bit, like to see that, like maybe like that, because that'd be realistic, because that's where you'll see an AC unit on a cement slab. Okay. So let me make sure it's in between there. It's not. Bring it over a little bit. Okay. Now we can mess with the exhaust fans and cover up that half a window. The only problem with this is going to be where that half a window is not going to be centered on the building, so I may have to put like two side by side to kind of center them better, but we'll see. Jeff, what's your issue today, buddy? Tell me. And guys, smoke them if you got them. Definitely smoke them. And this is what I'm talking about, guys. Well, it is. It is in the center. I can work with that. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I can work with that easy. I put the spotlights there, so it's pretty. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. So I'm going to bring this over and stick it right here. Let's cover up that shit. Half a damn window. What the hell? Jimmy, welcome back, man. Hadn't seen you in a while. Yeah, Morpheus, I've set up Discord, so me and my son could talk back when I was we were doing the multiple player. This is before I even started messing with Maverick's map and adding stuff to it. Now we tried, me and Jeff tried to get on Discord and we couldn't do it. I don't know what the deal was, but yeah, I do have Discord. Let me look and see how deep that is. Yep, I like it like that. I don't want it flat. See, you don't want it like that. That'd be too unrealistic. So let me bring it back out like it was. I kind of like that. And let me center it. I'm going to line up with that light, that spotlight above it. Man, I'm not messing with perfection. Hell, I'll leave that alone. Now let me duplicate that. Oh hell, what do you mean you got... Jimmy, you slept yesterday, man. Come on, you don't... It's like people say, I'm going to lunch. What the hell are you doing? You had lunch yesterday. It's not something you got to repeat every day. Jesus, don't make it a habit. Oh, hell, here comes I already told him I was on a live stream. Can you... I am on a live stream. Okay. So let's see how this one's gonna... Shit. But that's okay. Here's what I can do with that. Let me get up in the air, pull this through the building, and flip it around. Okay. It should line up now, but what I'll do is I'll put them side by side. I think what I'll have to do. Let me see. She is texting me through Messenger, but I don't see her messages pop up. Okay. So now I'm just going to see if that looks better. One there all by itself kind of looks crooked, but two there, it's not going to look like it's off-centered or anything. It just looks like double fans. So let me take a look at that. Yeah, see, that looks okay. If I just had one there, I think it would look awkward. But having two, one beside it. Is this thing sunk into the ground? No. What about this one? Okay. Yeah. What do you guys think? Oh, you're in Norway. What is a computer? Is that a computer that just cons the hell out of you as you use it? I used to have one of those. Okay. What do you guys think of the, instead of having the half a window right here that was behind this, what do you guys think about the exhaust fan? And because I put that there, I had to put this unit there to make it all look realistic. So, and then I put one back here. Now see, if I put one, I could separate that and kind of put one to the left of the spotlight and one little one to the right of the spotlight, and it would kind of, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. That way it'll look the same on both ends. So let's, there should be that one. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. I'm going to put two back here too, just to kind of even it out. Not that anybody's going to ever notice, but what the hell. I'll do it anyway. And then we got to add some audio to them because it's not so high up in the air that realistically you wouldn't be able to hear those fans if you were standing under it. So I want to do that. So see, this spotlight's going to be my guide. I think what I'm going to do is like put it right, oh shit, put it right there. Well, no, that's not going to work. No, I'm just going to leave that there, because if I move this over at all, how far can I move it? Right there. And see, that's going to be uneven with the, nah, I'll just leave it like that. Okay, so now I want to get this, I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to get the audio, and I'm going to call that audio fan so I know what it is. Lollipop is back. Welcome back, man. I always feel strange calling a man Lollipop. What the hell? But I'm going to do it anyway, man. Even though I'm hesitant, I'm going to call you Lollipop. Okay, so let's change this to fan. I hate when they just say audio. It's like, okay, what is it? What is it? What does it sound like? Okay. Starting to come together. Yeah, there's no way I can add a second fan there without it looking ridiculous. I'll tell you what I could do, though, is there's a fan there. I could add a fan on each end of the building, giving it 3 back here. So I could go like There's one in the middle. And I could even go something like this. Put one here or one here. And then one here. And that would even it out too. But anyway, let me get this, let me duplicate this fan. Because I want this fan, I'm going to copy it and I'm going to put it in each one of these. So I've got 1, 2. I've got 3 of them. So let's do this one first, the one we're at. Okay, we're going to paste it in there and put the audio, line the audio up right with the fan blade. So if you're in that parking area at all, anywhere, you're going to hear the fan, which would be realistic. I don't only want you to see it, the blades turning. I want you to hear it. See, I don't like that parking area right there in front of those doors like that either. I thought I would, but I don't. Okay, so I'm going to turn I got to go up to view and turn the audio source back on. And there it is. So let's bring this down. And in. Not so far in that I can't center it. Okay, and let's see how, there you go. If you're in that area, you're going to hear it. So, let me bring it up to 15 and see. Yeah, I'd rather that. Okay, good. Okay, so I'm going to copy it again and put it in the other fans. That's the first one. Let's go to the second one and put it in there. And see, I could just duplicate it and leave all the audio under the same fan, but here's the problem. If somebody wanted to copy, let's say somebody wants to copy this fan, and they come over here and they duplicate it or they export it because they like the fan. Well, I want them to get the whole thing. I want them to get the fan, the blades, the sound, everything. So I keep it in the right folder. I always try to think ahead to the next person that might want to come in here and say, you know what, I don't really like the Kellogg's on, what is it, what was that, PV Rivers. I like this one better. I like the way it's set up. I like the way he added the coal way over there. And, you know, and if they grab this, I want them to grab the whole thing. And I want it to be organized for them. Because, trust me, I have pulled enough factories off maps that are totally freaking unorganized. So not only do I have to export the factory, then I got to go back and export all the little stuff that they left behind that they didn't put in the file. And a lot of the times those are triggers and windows and, you know, stuff that needs to be with the factory. So this is why I do it the way I do it. Wow, that went right in there, didn't it? Look at that. I didn't have to do anything. So let's grab this fan. And I'm going to copy it again and paste it in the next fan. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. No, that's going to be too much fan. So I'm going to bring this between the two. Like that. Let me look and make sure it's not going to... Yeah, that's good. And let me bring this up probably... Let me look. Since there's two fans, let's bring this up to 20. Come here. Come here. Let me pick you up. Okay. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do, instead of adding two fans, because you're going to have double, I'm just going to put it in the middle so you can't really tell which one it's coming from. It's going to sound like both of them. And because it's so loud, let me bring that up to 30. Okay, so that'll work. Okay, now I want to go and address this. Let me turn off the audio. I want to address this right here. I don't like it. It's pushed up against these doors, and what about spinning it around and putting it on the back fence? Let me look at that. I don't think that would go very well. It might. Let me take a look at it. See, it's going to be crooked no matter what I do. Shit. That's a little bit better. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so let's take a look at that. Okay, that looks good. Now I'm going to look at, and that'd be a lot of work. I think I'll just leave this one alone. I was going to put some grass out front and some trees, and then I have to redo the fence area, and no, this is okay. Thank you, Tiger. I appreciate it. Okay, I'm going to duplicate this, because when the train's going by, or if you're in the train, I want you to know that this is the Kelloggs. I'm going to put one of these tower ads on all four corners. We've got it on two. I'm going to put them in the back also, because I really like these little tiger, Tony the Tiger tower ads. I'm just going to see what it looks like first. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so let's go tower ad. Well, we got 14 people watching. Hey guys, all 14 of you, please like the video. It helps a lot of people find the video if they're searching for something for Factory Farm or for Farming Simulator 17. Like the video, and please subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell button so you'll always get an alert when my smart ass comes on here live. You won't miss anything. And chat, let me know who you are, where you're from. I mean, Lollipop did it. So did, who was the other guy? I'm sorry. Jimmy's always done it. There was another guy that was here. Bruce, I think his name was. Yeah, Bruce. Wasn't his name Bruce? Says the first time. Yeah, Bruce did it. It's not painful. You just type in there and say, hi, I'm from wherever. Of course, the where forever is actually where you're from. Don't say I'm from wherever. Okay. So let's take a look at this. I want that hitting inside the fence, and it is. Let's bring it out a little bit. And let's see this angle. Is that, see, it's not rotated exactly like it should be. Now it is. I want a gap. Okay. Now let's take a look. Yeah, see, I think that looks a lot better to me. Let's just surround it by that tiger ad, so whether you're riding that train going by, you know what it is, or if you're riding by, you know what it is. So let's see. I'm just looking to see, make sure you can get in here and drop off these products without any. Okay, there's an opening there. There's the opening. Okay, so you can come in here, you can go all the way around the building and bring it, or you can make a right, a left as soon as you get in here and bring it. What do you want to do, Macy? Okay, so now we've got to put the lights in. Because you remember, we put these two new products, but they don't have any fluorescent lights inside the building that come on at night like these other two do. So I'm going to go over here and get the fluorescent lights, and let's install them. Oh, okay, okay. Lollipop, I did not know that. I thought it just was a like button. Oh, that's right. In YouTube, it is a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Yeah, got it. Okay, so there's the light right there. And there should be two of them. I think there's two of them I put in here. And see, I've got these programmed where they won't come on until it gets dark. So if you're working at night, these lights are going to come on and you can see what's inside there. And because the lights are there, it kind of lights up the ground sign too. But I think there's another one, right? Yeah, there it is. Okay. So that's what I want. Let me close all this out because I don't need it open. See, I didn't, I just stuck them there, and I should have stuck them in the standard. I think I did that because it wasn't lining up right. I think that's why I did that. Let me see. Okay, so let's stick it right here. Keep it going. You know what? No. I've got a spotlight. Let me see what's in here. Power lights. Yeah, that's the lights I put Let me see if I can keep it straight by putting in this power light. Oh, I can't remember. Did I, yeah, I did. Didn't I? I think I did. I'm debating whether I copied it or not. I can't remember if I copied it. See, that's going to go to the left. Okay, that's right. Okay, good. So I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to put it in the Spotlight folder. Thank you, Barry, for liking the video. I really appreciate it. Really helps people when they're searching for something. So I'm going to paste that there in the scene graph. And let's go put lights in both where the salt is and where the honey is. Okay, it's in there. Spin around. Now what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to try to place it with the Control B because of the height. The height of this building is the same as the height of the other building. So if I use Control B, or I go up here to edit and say interactive placement, then I'm going to have to line it back up to the top of the ceiling. If I drag it, I won't. So I'm just going to drag it over there. There it is. And I'm just assuming that it's going to be the same height. It should be. Okay, so right about there. So because I can see it, I want to put it right in the center. Right about there. So that should be right above. Nope, it's still not like I want it. Let's put it right there. And let's move it back a little bit. Is that going into the wall, the second one? Let me look. Now see, I can move that one separately by going to that one. So I'm going to highlight this one and move it over to the right a little bit. It's too close to that wall. That would not be natural. I mean, that's not realistic for it to be that way. Because I think with the other ones I moved them up closer to the door. So maybe that, oh, it's not that one. Let me take a look real quick. Yeah, that still lights it up pretty good. But did I put it right here? Let me go see where I put it on this one. Oh, I put it right there at the edge of that. Okay, that's realistic too. But I think I centered it on the pallets. That's what I did. I didn't center it to the room. I centered it to the pallets. Okay. You have a unique way with the English language, Mr. Jeff. I don't know what F star 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 up means. Is it the same thing as WTF, like welcome to Facebook? Okay. So I'm going to go back in. I think I'm going to put it like the other one is. I like it being centered to the pallets too. Get out here and then get right in. I don't know. I like that too. Let's see. So where would I put it? I'd bring it up a little bit. That way I wouldn't have to move that one because it would be. So let me look at that one and put it right to the edge. Okay, so that's centered on the pallets, and then I don't have to move that other one. Okay. See, I need it as close to that door so the light from there highlights this this input here. So I'm going to make another one for the honey. Close that up, duplicate. And while that's doing that, I'm gonna go get a pack of cigarettes. I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. Okay. See how much that lit that up? That's because there's 2 lights in there now. Or actually 4. Okay, so let's move this over. See where that is, right there. Okay, now we can go down and take a look. That's going to be tough. So let me get in here like this and see if I can see the... Is that the same? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to back this up to about there. And I'm going to bring it down. Good. Okay. And I'm going to save right here. I've done a lot of work. I don't want to lose it all, just in case GE has a hiccup and goes out. Because that's happened many times, where you just click on something to put it there and just GE just goes off your screen. And at that moment, you're thinking about, when was the last time I saved? It's automatic. You don't think of anything else. You're thinking back, yeah, I saved. I don't know if I saved then or not. Well, and it's not until you bring GE back up that you realize it's been like 4 hours since you saved, and you just lost all that work. And you got to start all over. Yeah, we're not, it's not going to be called Let's Play, but yeah, we're all going to get together and let's get on the map, let's have some fun. Whoever wants to join is fine with me. Of course, I can't wait until GE comes out with the script so I can start converting this over to 19. And if I can do this on a live stream, if I can show you guys what I'm doing when I'm converting textures and converting buildings and the grass and the fields and all this over to FS19, because even the fields have to be converted over because it's a different texture on FS19. So the trees, everything on this map's got to be converted to a different version. So I can't wait till they finally come out with that and I can start that. Hell, but man, guys, I don't know. It might take me 6 months to get that thing converted over. I have no idea. I've never done that before. Or it might take me a week. I really don't know until I get into it and start doing it. Hell yeah, Morpheus, you can get on there. Absolutely you can. Yeah, Morpheus, you do that because FS19 sucks right now. And it's not because it don't have all the mods. It's the graphics. It's the farm. Hey, did you guys realize how nice and fancy they made the UK farm, but then they made the US farm a piece of shit? Did anybody notice that, or was it just me? So I think that was screwed up on GE's part, but being that they're out of Germany or Russia or UK, I can't remember which. They're not out of the US, but I thought that sucked. They gave the US a piece of garbage farm, and the other one's just really nice. And okay, so it's saved. We got the lights, we got the triggers, we got the new product, and here's the new product, guys. We've got honey smacks, and now you're gonna have to bring in honey and you're gonna have to bring in salt along with the other products to get Kellogg's up and running. And you know what, I wished a lot of times I had tanks here, fuel tanks. I wish I would have left the fuel tanks there and let you just drop off fuel, the liquid fuel here, because I could have made it to where you would have to get the fuel from the Texaco, bring those pallets over here and put it here. It won't take the liquid fuel like you'd use, like you make at the BGA. You'd have to have the actual pallets. That's what I should have done here, but I'm not going to mess with it now. It's there, it's set up. But this is what I'm looking at right here. I don't know if I like those. See, you got to remember, when I put this in here, I didn't know what I was doing. Now I know what I'm doing, so I can change stuff around. But I think the dock doors would be a little too much, I think. I don't know. And guys, most of you don't know, but I put smoke. So when this thing starts up and running, you'll see smoke coming out of these vents. Both of them. This one and that one. It'll come out and rise, and I got smoke coming out of those over there. Yeah, there's smoke everywhere. Even down here at the bottom, right here, I put smoke. Once I learned how to do it, I came back over here and added all that stuff. So let's see. And I'm also wondering if I should get rid of the concrete and put in, or get rid of the gravel and put in concrete. See, if there was something I could do with this building right here, I would go ahead and line trees up, bring this front fence back a little bit. But no, I don't have a lot of room to work with it behind it because the track is there, so I don't really want to start screwing with it and moving stuff around, only to figure out I got to put it all back like it was. Anyway, what do you guys think of the new Kellogg's with the new product and the 2 more inputs? So there's 7 inputs on this factory and 3 outputs. Of course, you know what? I could put, I don't know where I'd put it, but I could add Rice Krispies. I've already got the texture for Rice Krispies. Oh, we don't have rice on the map. Never mind, and I'm not adding that fruit type. Thank you, Barry. I appreciate it, man. That means a lot, that people would not go to FS19 just because of Factory Farm. They'd rather play this map. Jeff is the same way. Jeff has even stated on Let's Play that he won't go to FS19 other than Let's Play until I get this thing converted over, and that's an honor for people to feel that way, because I have put a lot of effort and blood, sweat, and tears and angry and frustration out on this map. So I really appreciate it. I'm just thinking what I want to, I'm moving around it because I'm trying to get a picture of how I would like it to look. And I'm just thinking, man, that I'm going to try something, guys. I know it's a waste of time, but I just want to try something real quick. Hold on. Because if I do that, I can change this to concrete. Let me go look at something real quick. Would it be better for this one? What is that? Why is that white? Let's see what that is. It should be a light. I don't know what that is. But it shouldn't be white. Where's it at? Okay, it's ladder. Let me bring this up in material editing. I want to know what that is. Well, it doesn't have any material editing. Why not? Okay. So that's that. Okay. Let me just make sure there's not something else there. I'm trying to see what that white little, I don't remember that being white in the center of that. I thought that was a light. It can't be the texture because the cement is still around there. I just don't remember what that was. Could just be the white light. I don't remember. See if there's any, how many, come on GE. Okay, so there's 3. Let's take a look. That's the concrete, okay. Torchlight has nothing. And that, so that is a light. Okay. Okay, so why did I lose that? See, torchlight, there's nothing there. Okay, so let me go here and find out where this texture is. I'm going to bring this up. I'm in my folder looking for this. I think it's going to be mods, factory farm, maps, imports. Okay. Go down to Hines, models, buildings, I'm looking for that that light. Because I had it before, I haven't messed with it, but somehow GE has stopped picking it up. Not in there. Okay, so let's go here. New objects, factory. Nope. That's shaders. So it'd have to be under models. Let's look at C models. I already went through that. Compost master, texturing. Nope. That's not it. Okay, what was it? Torchlight. Okay. I don't get it. Okay, I pulled this off of PB Rivers. So I'm going to open up PB Rivers real quick. Sorry guys, I know it's just a light, but I don't like it looking like that. PB Rivers. So I'm going to bring this up in GE and take a look at what's supposed to be there. Give me just a minute, guys. Thank you, Sharky, man. I appreciate that, buddy. That you're waiting on this map to go back to FS19. It didn't take long to realize it's a rip-off. They need to sort a lot of... I agree. They need to sort a lot of stuff out. It's like they made the game worse with FS19 instead of better, and that's the first time they've done that. I mean, from 13 to 15 was an improvement, and from 15 to 17 was a great improvement, and then they went backwards on FS19. It's like they spent more time on, oh my God, look, we've got John Deere on FS19. Like that was the reason to buy the whole freaking game. I don't give a shit. I can download John Deere mods if I want John Deere on my map. It really sucked the way they did that. Oh, that's the gate number. Yeah, you're right. So why is it white? Because I saw the gate number on there, on the texture. Makes no sense. I just don't remember that white square being on there. Maybe it was. Of course, I didn't get rid of the number. That's just a hiccup with GE. Sometimes it does that shit. It'll lose the texture and it'll just turn it white for no reason at all. But it was there yesterday and you haven't touched it, and you launch it again and the texture's gone. It's like, I haven't touched that in 3 months. It's been fine. Okay, so I'm going to change my my camera view so you guys can see where I am and what I'm doing. See, window capture. Okay, so your screen should flip over to where I am. And I need to go look for that, because I know where I pulled it from. Let me speed up a lot. Okay. You see, this is what I was talking about at the, I had some fuel tanks like that at Kellogg's, but I only had like 3 of them, I think. I don't think I had all 5. But anyway, let me go. It's right there. Oh, it is a light. It is the same way. Look at that. Okay. I don't know why I never noticed that before. Let me see what his is. See if he's got any kind of... I know he don't have any texture on it. He couldn't, or it wouldn't be white. But maybe that's the way it was supposed to be. See, torchlight. See, torchlight is not showing up. There's a torchlight, and it should be a texture, but it's not there. That's weird. It's that way on all of them. Anything in the back? Okay. I'm gonna get out of here. Nope, don't want to save. Oh shit, I should have kept that up because that's where I'm gonna get the Home Depot from. Oh well. Okay, it should automatically go back to the map I was on. Torchlight. Why would it not? Okay, so let's not use that. Let me take a look at this real quick. Okay, that should highlight the whole thing, I believe. Hell, mark that shit down, Sharky. Pat was correct on January 12th of 2019, because it doesn't happen often. So, it's a historical moment in our history. Okay, now I want to make sure I got the dock door too. I do. Okay, good. Okay, I'm going to copy that because I want to see how that's going to look where I want to put it. See, right here, here, there, and there. I'm probably going to have to fit it. Well, I know I'm going to have to fit it. I just want to give the Kellogg's a little bit better personality than what it's got. You know, a little visual personality to it. Okay, so there it is. Now let's go back over to Kellogg's. See, I can do stuff with Kellogg's because it was my first factory. I didn't know what I was doing. I was scared to move stuff around because I thought I'd break something and I couldn't get it back. And, you know, it's just the one I learned on about the triggers. And I didn't realize I could change colors of stuff. And I didn't know any of that yet. This is going back to April of last year. Okay, so that's there. So let's bring this out. Okay, I want the blue. So let's do the rotate of 90. Let's see what that looks like. I'm just trying something here, guys. I don't know what's going to work. I don't know if I'm going to like it. I don't know. I'm just doing it. Okay, let me slow down. I hate when I'm trying to focus in on something and it goes too fast and I pass it. Okay. No, that's gonna look too fake. Like that. Nope. See, that other one would look awful too. That concrete would stretch just like this black thing did and make it look unnatural. Come on. Okay, good. I'm going to get rid of that. See, I need to move that up a little bit. The dock door. It's not centered right. And I don't want it to look stretched either, so I need to make it exactly the width of that door instead of overlapping it like I did. Okay. And I want that blue thing. That looks cool, I think. Let's see, it was, where was it? Where'd I go? See, I forgot to close everything out, so it jumped back down to Heinz. Damn it. Let me go back up. And it's right here. I think that's the box. So I'm going to stretch that across. Kind of like that there. Let me see if it's floating at all. Okay. Or should it be up a little bit? Let me look. Yeah. Okay. It looks like that thing is upside down. Why would it be? See what I'm saying? That looks like the ramp part. So let's flip this thing over. Let me see which, it's Z. What is that? 2 hour? Oh, I'm at my 2 hour mark. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, I'm going to save this, guys, and here's what I have to do. I know there's 15 people watching. I really appreciate you guys showing up. Please like the video. It's the thumbs up below the video. It doesn't say like. It's just a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Please hit the thumbs up. That'll help a lot of people find the video. Also, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit the little bell button to the right of the subscribe, and that'll turn on alerts. So anytime my smartass comes on here live, you're going to get a notification. So let me fix this real quick. Just before I end it, I want to make sure that, okay, so that's good. See, I don't want it stretched more than I have to. See, that's what I want. I want to see that. Let me look. Okay, so that's not all the way. That is, so let's move it over a little bit and see. Okay, that's good. Now let's move this down. Okay, perfect. Guys, I think that just that right there gives it a little bit more personality, I think. And I'm going to do that to each of these doors. What do you guys think? Let me know before I go through the trouble of doing that. I just think that looks a lot better. What do you guys think? And I'm going to save it right here. I'm going to end the video. I'm 3 minutes over. By the time I get it saved and all that, I'll be almost 5 minutes over. I like to keep the videos around 2 hours because once I stop the live, people will find it on YouTube, they'll find it on Google and Bing, and if it's more than like 2 hours, most people will be like, oh man, I ain't got that kind of time to watch that whole video, so they won't even start it. So I found that thanks to Daniel Dean, he's the one that educated me on this. If it's 2 hours or less, a lot of people go ahead and watch it anyway, or at least watch half of it. So you like that, Tiger? Yes, Morpheus, I'll be back on tomorrow. I think it does too, Mike. I think it gives it, but you know, that's me saying that. I'm the one that just did it, so obviously, you know, if I didn't like it, I'd say, no, I don't like it, and I'd scratch it. But I really like that. I think it gives it, I don't know, it gives it more of an industrial type look to it. Okay. Let me back up and look. Yeah, see, that looks really good. That'll look real good on all the doors. Okay, so I'm going to end it right here. And all I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to go out. I'm going to create a new picture for the new video, and I'll be right back. Give me 3 to 5 minutes, and I'll be back live. Okay, guys, see you in just a few.